Hey there, are you someone who feels like you have been smoking forever and that it seems like it would be really, really hard for you to stop? In fact, you've maybe even given up on this idea of stopping smoking or vaping because, well, it's just been so long and maybe you've tried many times to stop and you've failed, or you've stopped for a little while but you always go back, or you can't even imagine, you even stopped trying to stop because you can't even imagine what it would be like to not smoke. It's just like so much a part of who you are and so much a part of your life. And again, there's this resignation, like it doesn't matter anyway, the damage is done. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through why you can stop smoking and how it doesn't matter how long you have stopped or you've smoked for, that you can absolutely stop. And also to give you a seat in my free masterclass called How to Stop Smoking or Vaping Without Withdrawal Cravings or Weight Gain. So who am I? My name is Rita Black. I am a clinical hypnotherapist, a smoking cessation specialist, and the creator of Smoke Free 123. And I am also a former pack and a half a day smoker. But I love what I do because a lot of my clients or people who go through my program are people who have been smoking for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. I even just got an email today, actually, just before I turned on this video camera, from Ken, who is up in British Columbia. And he is almost 80 years old and he has been smoking since he was 17. And he went through my program maybe like a month ago. And he said, I was on Zoom tonight with family singing the praises of your program. That's been a huge help to me. I trust it's okay that I shared your information with them, et cetera, et cetera. But Ken was somebody who actually shared with me before he went through the program, like, I don't know that I can even stop, and I don't even know if I even want to try to stop because I've been smoking for so long and, the damage has been done. And I said to him, look, I totally understand, but the truth of the matter is, no matter how long you have been smoking for, the moment you become a non-smoker, your body begins to heal itself. The cilia that's laying flat, that is the part of the thing that can cause when the cilia lay flat, which are those little eyelash hairs that line your lungs, when they lay flat from smoking or vaping, what happens is that when you get sick, they can't mobilize the mucus and the toxins that get into your lungs that can create pneumonia, that can create acute respiratory distress syndrome, right? So the moment you become a non-smoker, your cilia start to come back, and within a week they're functioning, and that's why you start coughing when you become a non-smoker, right? But this is a huge reason for lung health, and it's something so simple that when you become a non-smoker, that function begins to come back, as does the function of your white blood cells, the sort of first responder blood cells that when you smoke, they become dysfunctional. So a lot of and your heart, the toxins begin to leave your body, your heart health comes back rather quickly, and there's so many health benefits from, and almost immediately your blood sugar insulin begins to correct itself, because smoking also impairs our blood sugar insulin levels, which a lot of people don't know. So if you're diabetic or struggling with prediabetes, becoming a non-smoker absolutely will help your condition as well. So there's no reason, even if you're almost 80 like Ken, or even older, believe me, I've had older clients too, that you can't just make your health better and increase your longevity and increase, how you feel like on a day-to-day basis, especially moving forward, wherever you are, if you're in your 50s or 60s or 70s, your lung health, your heart health is going to be greatly enhanced. Now, I know, okay, of course, that, it's bad for you. And, probably me even telling you, it's like, well, that might even make you want to smoke more. I get it. But there's also just that part of us that yearns to be free. And the accomplishment of becoming a non-smoker is such a huge feat. This is what I said to Ken. I said, yeah, I get it. You know, it's easy. It's easy to say it's too late for me and I can't do it. But I bet there's a part of you, I said to Ken, I said, I bet there's a part of you that, you know, you want to go into your future. You want to leave a legacy for your children or your grandchildren of like, that Ken did that big thing. He became a non-smoker. And for himself, like I said, you know, isn't there a part of you just wants to prove that you can be free and that you don't need to be a slave and don't need to continue to pay your pension to Philip Morris, that you want to, you know, stop working for Philip Morris and start to enjoy your retirement and your pension, you know, because it's expensive, you know. So anyway, what we want to do to start moving forward and start believing you can become a non-smoker is you want to be ready, focus on that feeling of being ready versus your reasons. Because like I said, you could have a million reasons why you want to quit smoking and none of them are going to help you quit smoking. You know, you could have that reason like, I want to be healthier. You could have that reason like, they're expensive. You could have that reason like, my daughter wants me to stop or my grandkids want me to stop. But none of them are going to really help you because they're all intellectual. But what you can start to do is start to feel ready by feel the feeling of what it would be like to feel healthier. Because see, what happens is our conscious mind is where all of those reasons are. But our subconscious mind is where is the much more powerful part of our mind that really is that where the habit of our smoking lives, where our belief system is and our identity is. And that's really the subconscious is the part that keeps us wanting to smoke. So we want to start to engage our subconscious mind for wanting to become a non-smoker. And one of those is things that exist in our subconscious mind is our imagination. So just take a moment, you know, in your free time or, you know, when, you know, just in those moments of your day and go, I wonder what it would feel like to be a non-smoker and feel that feeling of health. So instead of thinking it's going to be healthier for me to quit smoking, you want to be like, what would it feel like to not be worried that I'm going to get sick because I'm smoking? What would it feel like to be able to walk into a room of my family and not worry about smoking that last cigarette and them all smelling that on me? What would that feeling be of being able to stay in a conversation with my loved ones? Like Ken was telling me about playing chess with his grandson and how amazing it felt to just be able to sit there and play and not be thinking, you know, how am I going to get out of here and smoke my cigarette, right? Like they own us, and he now has that exquisite feeling of just being present with the ones that he loves. So focus on the feeling, and that will start to plant seeds in your subconscious mind to start to help you to feel like, yeah, I really can do this. And also just think about the fact that everybody who finally stops, like research shows that most people who finally quit and are successful failed many times before. And when we use all of our past failures to predict our future, then our past is running our future. And that's no good, right? What you want to do is to step out of your past and create your future. You can create your future. And most people who are successful finally just say, that's it. I'm the one in control here. I'm not going to be a victim of my past. I'm going to be a powerful creator of my future. Okay? So now, let's get over the bully versus the buddy. Let's get over the idea that our cigarettes are our buddy. I get it. You know, our brain puts our cigarettes in the same place it puts our friends and our family. So it's a relationship. And if you've been smoking for years, it's a long-term relationship. But here's the thing. That part of your brain that smokes could care less about you. That part of your mind, you know, like I get it. That many, many times we think our cigarettes are there for us, right? They're there for us when we feel bad. They're there for us when nobody else shows up for us, right? But, you know, in truth, it's sort of an abusive relationship. Because what friend is bad, you know, like actually abuses your body day in, day out? What friend takes your money on a daily basis and really gives you nothing in return? What friend, takes away your power and makes you feel like you can't live without them? Really? You're like, oh, you can't drive without me because you need me. You can't wake up without me because you need me. You can't feel a feeling without me because you need me. Those are abusive people will make the abusee feel like they can't live without them. And isn't that kind of what our cigarettes do for us? So yes, I understand that for many years you may have perceived your smokes as your buddy, but in actual fact, they are your bully, and they're bullying you. So think about that and just start to kind of shift. You don't have to believe me now, but just start to think about that and that shift in that power. Because once you can really see that it's an abusive relationship, I am sure in your life, you had people in your life that you adored and that you put up on a pedestal. And then one day you were like, you aren't really my friend, and I'm going to now put you in my past. Or maybe if you don't have that experience, maybe you can remember being a child and having that teddy bear or that blankie, and you thought it was going to be forever with that, like your best buddy. And then you outgrew that blanket. You outgrew that teddy bear, and you put them in your past, and you moved into your future. I still have fond memories of smoking, but I don't need to continue to choke myself with smoke to continue to have, fond memories of my past. My past is my past, but I'm healthier and happier and freer today as a non-smoker. But, I have boyfriends from my past. I don't want to be married to them, but they were in my past. So we want to put the smoking in our past and move forward into our powerful future. Now, the other thing is who are you going to be in your, the future you versus the past you? And going along that same idea is that when we look to our past to predict our future, we become the victim. When we look and say, it's been hard in the past, I've had horrible cravings in the past, or when I quit before, I yelled at everybody, right? We're still using those experiences from the past to predict our future. I've had many, many clients who've had experiences from their past with quitting smoking that when they finally truly stop, none of those experiences predicted their experience in that final time that they were successful. They were able to become a non-smoker and really not feel any withdrawal, cravings, or have any sort of the weight gain that if they had that in the past, when their mind was in the right place, they were able to move forward into their powerful future. And what it's important for you to understand is when you step forward and really say, I'm making this decision for me right now, then your mind opens up in a way that it never was able to open up before when you were like, I'm trying to quit smoking and I know it's been hard and I know it's, and we become embroiled in this whole predictable cycle of trying to quit and going back and trying to quit. And it's it's a world. And we want to step out of that old world and step into a new powerful world. And it doesn't matter how old you are or where you're at. I believe that you want to feel healthier, stronger, more powerful, and that there's a future out there for you as a non-smoker, that when you make that decision to be free and you move forward into your powerful future, it changes you. And I'm not saying that non-smokers are better than smokers. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that, by becoming a non-smoker, I work in Los Angeles. I work with like people who are movie stars and run, Fortune 500 companies and even people who are incredibly successful already will say to me, becoming a non-smoker was the most powerful thing that I ever did in my life. And I believe that no matter who you are, whether you're a movie star with one name or you're, a homemaker, or you're a retired person, or you're, a doctor or a bus driver or whoever you are and wherever you are in the world, you know, smoking owns us. And when we start to take our power back, we take our life back, it can change you for good and for the better. So all of us want to be our best self. So if this resonates for you, hey, come and join me in my masterclass and learn how to remove the mental roadblocks that keep you smoking and learn how you can become free once and for all. All right? No matter how long you have smoked for, you can make the decision. You have the power. You can be free. All right? I hope you have found this helpful. I hope this has wedged a little, poked a little hole in that old theory and has shed some sunshine. And maybe you can have that courage and have that belief in yourself. You're like, yeah, I could do this. Let's make this happen. All right. I'm here for you. I hope you have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you in the masterclass.